Sorry, would you say something? Would you say something?
I'm very happy to introduce Swami Sarvadevananda. Now, Maharaj, this will be one of the last times I can say, was in charge of our center here, as well as Southern California. Yeah. Anyhow, Maharaj is a blessing for all of us. And, there's going to be a little change in our center, the official status. Otherwise, I hope and pray nothing will change. Maharaj will keep coming. He'll be the inspiration for all of us. He'll give initiation and do everything.
No, I am asking you to say what is do now.
And now there'll be question and answer.
Okay.
Yeah. But just for, if anybody doesn't know, I think everybody knows, of course, but we wanted to know people here.
Thank you so much. Om Asatu Ma Sadgamaya Tamashu Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityur Ma Mritangamaya Aviravir Mayedhi Rudro Jaste Dakshinam Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality, and evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace. So to meet after a not long time back, no? When did I came? Maybe few months?
June.
June I came.
Maharaj, that's not fair.
Oh, July, August, September, October,
I know
November,
you
December.
canceled
Then
one.
oh yeah, one trip was cancelled. Anyhow, it is very nice to see you all again, all the time. And I feel so much at home here all the time, from the beginning till now. So now, again, today, just to see you all is good, but to chit chat something. So, so what shall we talk about? You please suggest, or start with some question. That will be good.
Maharaj, we have so many coming for initiation. Maybe what is the significance of initiation?
Is there how many are here tomorrow? Could you raise your hands? Three of them.
Most will come tomorrow.
They are not here.
Yeah, they'll come tomorrow.
Yes, you all know already. We are all blessed by our gurus to get the mantra and practice. So initiation means like that. In Sanskrit we call diksha. Very simple word, diksha. So diyate paramam jnanam. It gives the supreme knowledge. That means who we are, what is this universe, why am I here. All this is cleared by this process if one follows that diksha. And it takes away all our karmas, destroys all the karmas. And because of karma we are here. Our present life is because of our karma of the past life. Or any action we do, action is karma. Why do we do? Because I need something. There's some need. Why it is the need? I desire something. I have not, I will have it. So the desire drives our karma, and karma brings more desire. There's a chain of karma and desire, desire and karma. That is life. And this unending wheel goes on. That's why Buddha said, what you call, it's called the vasana, trishna, tanha. So trishna means thirst. I'm thirsty for something. We are all thirsty. We are thirsty for joy, peace, eternal joy, eternal peace. That's the supreme knowledge gives us. So this thirst continues in our heart, and we want to satisfy it first, trying to get whatever is available before me. That is the sensitive universe as we are seeing, feeling, experiencing. And then time comes when I find that no, I expected it, I cherished it, I labored hard to attain something, and I got it. Then I'm not happy. Then I think that what else, what else, what else? So this is the unending chain of life and death and birth and death continues for all of us. And now this Diksha is to search for or gives us the direction, and not only direction, the practices, how we can really get out of these desires, expectations, such that we are not beggars anymore. We become the kings and queens, inheritor of our eternal power of spirituality. That's the eternal blessedness, eternal joy. So we are that. Till we reach that, we are still bigger. So searching from outside to get that joy and failing there, we turn towards our inner life. And that's the path we follow. There's a tradition. Anyone can realize God in his own way. But one important thing is a tradition, gharana. Anyone voice may be very beautiful and musical, but it needs some stamp of the lineage. Lineage is very important because I may have some confusion and I describe that to be my realization. It should be verified and testified by the old tradition and the old experiences of the sages, what they experienced. That should also happen to me. One devotee from New York, she writes questions almost every day. 1 page, half page, 1 and 2 pages, 3 pages, and so really we cannot respond to those so many questions. And she said he had the light. He felt that he is the light, eternal light. And then what remains if you feel that eternal light? So I didn't respond much and got a little upset. We ask for our experience and we go to Ramakrishna sadhus, they ignore us. Then I suggested, it's good, you have your experience. So why not live in that experience? Revisit your own experience and let it see, it sinks more and more and more, conviction will come. So here is the question. She is trying to have some experience. I don't doubt. Because mind, when it becomes pure, it shows a glimpse of that eternal truth. But whether it is right or wrong, who will say? Unless there is a lineage, there is a stamp of it. So that the initiation and our teachers help us to give that tradition so that when it comes in our life, we can feel, yes, it is, I'm moving towards the truth, not towards the hallucination, not to the misconceptions of spirituality. Many people get really confused. They easily think Kundalini has awakened and this and that. It may be, but who knows? It may be some wrong conception, and you are just relaxing yourself with the idea that you are spiritually developed, but not. It may be hallucination. You're supporting the hallucinating ideas. That should transform the character. Anyhow, so the purpose of initiation is the same, to have that eternal knowledge, that knowledge which has been experienced by the sages in the past. In the Upanishadic statements we find has been restated by Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Shankara. They don't, primary teaching does not change in any place. So all the teachers are talking about the same truth, ultimate truth. And relative truth is there in the different levels of experience. That may be different, but the ultimate truth is the same. As Christ said, I and my Father are one. Vedanta says, I am that. Ramakrishna went into that condition and absorbed in samadhi and testifying again and again, yes, it can be achieved in the body. So these are the uh, standard path which has been given by our great teachers of the past, and that tradition goes on and on and on. So how to do, how to chant mantra, what mantra to decide, where to focus, where to meditate, and how we can keep our mind whole day in God consciousness as much as we can and practice. So these are the things which is normally initiation helps us to in our spiritual journey. Mainly to realize God, simple thing. And what will be suited to me, what will be convincing, and what will be undoubtedly the right track. So that is received from during this initiation. So, anything?
We read in many of the books.
Loud?
Sorry, we read in many books that how much joy the saints experience with japa and repetition of the name of God. How do we experience the same type of joy?
That's true. Yes, you know, Sri Chaitanya's birthday is tomorrow or tonight. Yeah, with the name of the Lord, tears rolling down, goosebump happening, thrill all over the body. These are testimonies. Ramakrishna, we saw such illustrations. To go to even one of our Swami said that when he was young, he used to go to a Vaishnava sadhu. And he was really a very highly developed spiritual personality. So he will not allow others to enter into his meditation place. But he was a young man, very bright, brilliant, and also devoted. So he used to allow him to come. And he described me that when he's taking the name of the Lord, thrill, goosebump all over the body. Ashto Sattika Bikar, sometimes sweating, heavily sweating, sweat, kampa, horripilation. So these types of things happen in spiritual journey when the mind becomes pure. So how to do that? Same formula. Chaitanya's prayer. Chaita darpana marjanam. Chitta darpan, the mirror of the chitta. They are using chitta. Chitta means mind, not mind. Chitta means all the four. Mind, intellect, ego, and memory. Mind, intellect, ego, and memory. These four called chitta. You have to clean the chitta. Of course, if we clean the mind, there's a mind different functions of the same mind. Mind is mind when it is vacillating. That's called the mind. Buddhi, when it is determined something, that's the buddhi. Ego, I consciousness, I do it. That's a part of the mind taking a role of is egotistic stand. And another thing is the memory comes in the mind. So in Cheto Darpana Marjanam, so all the time Chitta Darpan, the mirror have been filled with dust and dirt. You have not our now the mirror in your bathroom may be clean, but if it is old house, think of the old house, maybe your grandfather's house time or grandfather's time. One mirror is there. Huh? It is almost is you cannot see anything. You stand before him, you don't see anything. So our mind mirror has become something. I don't see any face, reflection of our inner divinity, inner self. It is distorted image. This is a distorted image. We stand and get the distorted image. I am this with my emotions, with my failures, with my frustrations. That mind is telling I am this because of the distortion in the surface of the mind. That's why Cheto Darpana Marjan, this mantra, what is we received during our initiation. We have to have faith. It has power to redeem me, to take away all my dust and dirt of the mind. So repeating that mantra again and again. That English translation, chant the name of the Lord and his glories unceasingly. Our Ye was very fond of it. Shankar, brother Shankar. He gave talks, very series of talks on this. Chant the name of the Lord and his glory unceasingly, that the mirror of the heart may be wiped clean. And that cleaning, what he will do? Quench that worldly lust.
Mighty forest fire.
So this lust which is in the rising, it can be quenched by seeing the divine. No? So what is to be done? The practice. Swami Brahmananda said, practice, practice, practice. Abhyaso vairagabhyam tannirodha. Abhyas and vairagya. Abhyas is one thing, repeated practice, mantra practice. But we do repeated practice, but it does not become very strong. Why? Because it is not added with vairagya. Vairagya means detachment. Mind again goes back to the same rut as we talked about, our desire, and desire to action, action to desire, and it gets involved into that. But it does not come back. So that's why repeated mantra, practice of mantra, as also taste for mantra will grow automatically. If my taste for other things lessen, who gets more time? Who have less desire? If you have so many duties, duties means you have to fulfill them. You have no duty. As a spiritual student, we have no duty. Only one duty is God realization. But we know that. But we are bound by our duties and things. That's also we have to do that. But duty should not be a bondage if it is done for God. I am doing for God. But I am not doing for God. I am doing for my unfulfilled desires to fulfill. And because of that unfulfilled desire to fulfill, we are struggling that. And we are camouflaging it with a spiritual attitude, a spiritual terminology. But if we understand the Bhagavad Gita, Abhyasa, that is Patanjali, Abhyasa, Vairagya, two things have to be taken simultaneously. Abhyas, repeated practice, at the same time Vairagya. Vairagya for what? Not for God. Vairagya for other things which are distracting me, which is pulling my mind. Why my mind is not going to God? It is not God's problem. Not that God is not there or God is not joy. As Samadhi said, you have to make God little sweeter by putting something what? Rasa. God is not. God is Satchidananda. But what Sri Chaitanya says, Aho Durdaivam, what a fate, my ill fate, that you being the source of all joy, I am not inclined to love you. I cannot feel attraction for you. I feel attraction for other things which are mundane, which cannot give me joy. And still I am hanging on it. That is attached to those things. Vairagya means detachment. Detachment because it not grapes are sour. Jackal will say because he cannot catch it, so grapes are sour. Okay, I have renounced. Not that. I know it cannot give me joy. It has its limitation. And I cannot be happy with this limited joy. I want that joy which will be unending joy. So unending joy is here. Still, why I am not attracted? If we analyze, there comes the question of Vairagya. You are all Vairagyas. We are all Vairagya now. We are all detached from other responsibilities, other thoughts, is it not? At this moment, what we are doing? We have nothing of the other responsibilities, duties, mind is not clinging to that. It is detachment. So that's why it's called sadhan bhajan, satsanga. All these are terminology just to practice that detachment from the things in which my mind goes and steals away my treasure. My mind should go when there is a ocean of joy, and I am trying to find a little dot of a little piece of little one spoon of joy. I'm getting failure there. Still, why mind does not go there? Because we have many, as Swamiji says, we love so many things, hundreds and thousands of things of this world, and I also love God. That means mind is disturbed and distracted and pulled into the objects of the universe, which there is joy everywhere. But that joy attracts us and we run for those things and we have to learn gradually. It's nothing wrong. God has created this way. You can put the blame to God. We have not created the world. I have not created my eyes, my tongue, good food, my tongue. So my tongue will always run for food, good food. Eyes will go for beauty. Ears will always go for sweet sound. So this has been created. But still, it is a training to go like, will you be attracted to these things or there is mind of joy? We can come forward. So that is the attachment to the divine and detachment to that which is, we don't see the divinity. If we see divine in all of you, then I need not to detach anything. But I don't see God anywhere. I see the material world. And I try to extract from the material world the juice, as Ingersoll said. So this is the point that it is how to do it. We have to practice more and more so that mind becomes clear and clear and clear and clear. No? So that the mirror of the heart may be wiped clean. And then when it is clean, the thirst for other things will go away. Mind will automatically be. Mind will naturally go to God if our other attractions are gone. And Ramakrishna gave the example that the child is given, mom gives so many toys to get the baby engaged so that ma can do her own business. So we are children like God, and God has given many toys. And the child becomes tired with one toy, mom brings another toy. Is it not? As this is a reality, no? In everyone were raised in that condition. Huh? The child is now Now it is very disturbing. Okay, give him one iPad or her iPad. And she will be so much engaged. And then afterwards, sometimes games, and no more games, so gives more games. So the God also does the same thing with us. And when Ramakrishna said, when the child cries out for mom, and then you give her whatever you bring, the child is not satisfied. Say, mommy. And so when that is the disgust for all the toys, through the experience of the toys. But we should not experiment all through. The time should come to analyze and understand that you have tried that. It's better to try in its essence, in its root, or in the source of it. That's why simple thing, साधन करना चाहिए रे मनुआ भजन करना चाहिए प्रेम लगाना चाहिए रे मनुआ प्रीत करना चाहिए भजन करना चाहिए. Who is telling Mirabai? Sadhan karna. That's the only thing. Sadhan karna chahiye. As we do sadhana for our material success, how much we, even to get an examination, get a good result in our school, how much we struggle, no? Sadhan, that's a sadhan. Sadhan for getting a good result in the school. Sadhan for being a scientist. You are a scientist and you are doing some research. How much time, energy, focused. The whole world is renounced. We renounce things. We do not know. We renounce. We all renounce every day. Everyone is a renouncer. For one goal, we renounce all other. A person who is totally absorbed in some type of research. People forget their lunch, forget their time, and so much absorbed into it, all other thing is gone from the mind. That's a pure mind, that's a concentrated mind, focused on object. And an object is material object, maybe science, maybe some art, maybe some other aspects of our real life. But we renounce everything. So for God, when it will come, but how will it come? Because God is invisible. Our problem is that everything is visible. Good food is visible. Good scenery, good beauty is visible. Music is visible, and you can feel it. But I do not know God. We are talking about God. Where is God? How is God? And what God is doing now? All the time we put this question. When calamities come and they come, the dualistic religion is mean much difficulty. We have our Mother Kali, so no problem. We can solve that certain problem. So why this is happening is Mother Kali. Mother Kali. But for dualistic religion, God, you have to defend God. Why there is so much calamity? Yes, there is a Satan. There is a devil, equally powerful that. So here Vedanta is ignorance. And that ignorance is to be removed. And that ignorance removal process is the mantra japa. And detachment, duty, doing the duty, detach. All the yogas, what they teach us. So sadhan. But we cannot find time, sadhan, only day and night. You cannot do that. But our work can be made as sadhana. That will make the journey easier. Otherwise, olden days, people used to go to the forest life. And forest life, there they could practice. They have time, enough time. But for our present day life, our work, we have to deify our work. And there we practice that I'm doing for love for God, detached from all the expectations. Let God do whatever they like. So those who are getting initiation, you have any question?
About people that you love, it's so hard to touch.
Detach.
Yeah, and forget the things. The things are okay. You can go without those. But the people around that you care for, many years now, all of a sudden,
You are not to throw them out, but you have to love them in spirit. It will love will be deeper love. If I love my friend as a friend, that's superficial love. But if I know God is in my friend, then my love becomes adoration of God. Anything I do, if you do anything for God, you don't think you have done enough. You will do, then you'll say, oh, I have not done enough. You'll feel joy in doing that. So this attitude is to be brought into picture. This detachment does not mean a root process of throwing away everything, rather loving everything more deeply. Swami Vivekananda was an embodiment of renunciation, but he cried every day for the suffering of human personalities. Anyone suffering anywhere, no? What is his cry? That is detachment. And detachment, otherwise it is a brutal thing. You don't love your son, you don't love your husband, you don't love your friend. What type of religion is that? But you love more deeply if we love thinking that God is there and I'm serving God. We are we are talking about the same thing again and again. Of course, this is the process. Abhyasa. Abhyasa means repetition. It is always a reminder. We are talking means not that I am talking means I am a perfected person, but I am also reminded of this. So it helps me to think that what is spiritual life. So this is the way. It is always a reminder. There is spiritual life, there is nothing much. What is there in the whole of Vedanta? What is there? Shankaracharya said, no? Whole of Vedanta is what? You need not have to read Yoga Vasishta, then Ashtavakra Samhita, this book, that will, and in Sanskrit literature, such huge treasure of knowledge is there. In Buddhistic literature, tons of books are there. What is the essential teaching? What is the essential point? All go around in one point, only putting from this angle or that angle, that angle. And as many angles you can see, you are a very scholarly person. And you can explain that very Bakboikuri, Sabda Juri. All these things will happen. Only one. Slokardhena Pravakshami. I will tell you in half a slok, not in a long, full length, half a slok. Jaduktam Grantha Kotivi, in thousands and thousands of sacred texts which has been mentioned and expressed. What is that? Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya. Brahman alone, God alone, ultimate truth, is the reality. Jagat, as we see, Mithya. Mithya here is not, it is hallucination, but it is a wrong reading of your mind. It is Brahman, but I am seeing you as human being. So this is my wrong reading of my mind. That's why mind is to be clean by mantra. And when the mind will be clean, then you see God. Very simple. So Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. Jagat is there, but the way I see is not. And Jiva, that's why, what is that? Jiva, Brahma Eva. All this created being is nothing but Brahman. Vijnanavad, we are hearing about a new theory. It is not a new theory. Shankara is here clearly telling Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya, and not to make a mistake, Jiva, Brahma Eva na paro. Shiva Jnana Jiva Seva. You see the Jiva, but who is Jiva? It is all Shiva. It is all Brahman. So, this is to be understood, that there is nothing more. These are the few words. Now you go on multiplying, creating text after text after text after text. And there is, God is infinite and his expression will be infinite. No problem. So, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, that is the thing. And that Brahman we are talking about, supreme knowledge, Parajnana, Paramajnana, etc., etc. Okay?
They'll start getting everything ready. But
Good.
we can have the yeah.
Yes.
But when we don't have you or Swamis in our presence, how do you suggest we approach Sadhu Sangha or Holy Company? How do we approach that topic?
Meaning, explain again.
So you are here now. We are in your company.
Okay,
When
that.
we
Okay.
have the Swamis, we are there.
So then you can get Sadhu Sangha. But when there is no person, then how will you get Sadhu Sangha? Oh, that's very simple. Nowadays, God has given ample opportunity in this Kali Yuga. Just go on YouTube and bas. You are charged with spirituality. That's Sadhu Sangha. Because when you listen to those holy talks, it is the same effect. You forget the world. If you really dive into that talk, whatever Swamis are speaking or whoever is describing, talking about God. So when that's a Sadhu Sangha. Reading good books, Sadhu Sangha. Singing holy song is Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu means what? Holiness. So get touch of holiness by any means. But Sadhu Sangha is really not so easy to get a good sadhu, realized soul. They are Kshanamiya Sajjana Sangati Reka Bhavati Bhavarnavi Tarone Nuka. Even that type of sadhus, say, who came to Sri Ramakrishna, no? Even coming, just looking at Vivekananda came in this country. And he initiated how many? Thousands and thousands. I didn't know that. I really thought, really, he didn't go much. But you know how? By Kshanamya, Sajjana, Kshanam, for a moment, their presence, they're so powerful, they transmit that energy. So they are freed. They got the right. And those sadhus are very rare. But anyone who is struggling for God realization, we are all sadhus. So in this age, really, it is so easy. Otherwise, in early days, you have to find a guru. Go to Guru Kulam or go to Guru Ashram. Give up your job, your family, your wife, children. Go to a isolated forest and please a guru. If he is kind and thinks that you are fit, then he will give gradually all his own wisdom is in his mind. So he may be kind enough to give you or not to give you. So that is very rare. But you know, all the cream of spirituality, you can find it. Of course, you can find some garbage also. But that you have to analyze who is speaking and what is his character, what is this spiritual life has another additional thing needed. The sadhu, we are all sadhus, but actually it is needed who are more pure people. Those are they can create deeper impact. Intellectually, people may talk many things, but sadhu, as you said, those words touch our heart. Those who live the life, and if it comes from them, then it becomes authentic, no? Even for material science also. If you are a, let's say, so some doctor, eye doctor, when eye doctor says something in my eye, I believe it has happened. But someone has read something in a Google doctor and then goes and diagnoses this is your eye problem. I will not. I'll be confused there. Maybe if you follow, you'll be in danger also. So that is the one. His character is the very important factor of thing. Means pure people, truthful, honest, sincere, humble, egoless, and character is very, very pure character should be there. Okay, time is up. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Sir, tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tomorrow, of course, those taking initiation know by 8:30 latest to show up. Then the program starts. We'll try to come for Odyssey if we can, 6:30, and then 7:30 we'll have the evening program, and then we'll serve food. And then weekend, Saturday, there's a full day retreat. Swami Nishpapananji is also coming from St. Louis, and we'll serve dinner, lunch and dinner that night also. Sunday, Maharaj will speak in the morning, and then we have a sitar concert in the afternoon. So everyone is welcome to come for all the programs if you can. And Maharaj will stay until Wednesday morning.
Wednesday I'm leaving, no?
Leaving Wednesday morning.
But Tuesday is better.
Yeah. So we'll have satsang Monday night also, and Tuesday night also, and Wednesday.